So a world-class bodybuilder can be prepped online, but we cannot give an opinion of any value based on what we see online? Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to my gym. For those of you who may not be aware, my name is Kenson Jardine. That's Ken Sin Jardine. And I just know how good everybody is with pronouncing names in the bodybuilding world. And I am EP09. You guys are here in my gym with me that I built after the C word happened. Now, what am I doing here on camera? To respond to something today that Guy Cisternino said on the IFBB AMA channel. If you guys haven't gone over there, they do a lot of good interviews and stuff. I would definitely recommend checking them out. But Guy had some comments about some of the fans of bodybuilding lately. They would give analysis after the show and give their opinions. And, well, to be completely honest with you, it really pissed me off, some of the stuff that Guy said. And it was definitely, most definitely, categorically false information. Now, if you guys like this style of content, if you guys like where I'm going with this channel, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. Anyway, just before we start this video though, before I get into the clips with Guy, I'm just going to preface this with the fact that I am not a bodybuilder, I am not a competitor, I am not a judge, and I was not at the Arnold Classic. Now, why do I say that? Well, this is what Guy had to say.
Some things into consideration, and all these little fucking soy boys on the internet that think, oh, if you weren't there, I'm gonna give everybody a very big piece of advice. Okay, if you were not there, you should preface everything with, I wasn't there. And if you're not a bodybuilder or you're not a fucking judge, then it should also be, I wasn't there and I don't compete and I'm not a fucking judge.
All right, that's enough. Thank you for the advice, Guy. So we have it clear that I am none of those things, all right? Let's continue.
What happens is you get these little fucking morons online that throw their fucking opinions out. And you know what? Everybody can have an opinion. I truly believe that. Now, issue that I have is that most people that have opinions in bodybuilding, they've never stepped on stage. They're too fat and dumb to diet. They don't know how hard it is. They don't know what they're looking at. And they're just being assumptionists, if that's even a word, because they're just basing it off one thing they look at. And the best part about it is most people giving the negative feedback about professional bodybuilders are the people that look the absolute fucking worst. So if you're not there, it's hard to say. I was there. I was the second or first row from the front.
All right, so like I said, this is complete and total disrespect for the fans of bodybuilding out there. What, just because I wasn't within the first 7 or 8 feet of the stage at the Arnold Classic, that means that my opinion is of a lesser value? And look, don't get me wrong, I've got a lot of respect for Guy. I think that he accomplished great things while he was a competitor in bodybuilding, and I think that he is making a good contribution to bodybuilding now that he's retired. But no matter what stage he stood on, no matter what authority he thinks he has over bodybuilding fans' opinions as compared to his own, my opinion will not be negated. Not by Guy, not by anyone. Like, do the fans not make the sport of bodybuilding? Isn't that what every athlete says when they're handed a victory? They thank the fans? Isn't that the case? But yet, right now, the fans are too lazy, fat, and stupid to have an opinion of any kind of value. Us as YouTubers are told that we're biased towards our favorite athletes, but Guy's comments on Nick Walker and how he performed at the Arnold Classic were so contradictory and so biased to that effect that it was actually ridiculous to watch it.
And, from the Arnold Classic, do I think they got it right? Yes, I think they did get it right. I also do think, though, that they can also have flip-flopped a lot of those placings. I think, in my opinion, a lot of people say, oh, Samson was the best of all three. I don't believe that. I believe Samson was dead, like the best he's been. The best Samson has been, does that mean that's enough to win a show? In my eyes, no. I don't, but it happens. Bodybuilding shows, sometimes they look at you from your previous showing, and then your next showing you look substantially better, so you get the nod. It's happened to me before. It's not a bad thing. It's just how judging goes sometimes. Sometimes they're like, wow, he looked like shit.
Yeah, and the fans are the biased ones, right? And look, I get it. It's human nature. Nick is his friend. They're good friends. He's a co-host on The Mutant and the Mouth. I understand. It is human nature. This is what happens. This is just another example of how bodybuilding is not just a subjective sport to the fans, but to everyone that's involved. And look, I don't necessarily disagree with Guy either. I think you probably could flip-flopped a few placings. I think that you could have made an argument for Nick winning. And in fact, I did. So did several other YouTube channels out there, you know? Now look, consider this though. It's a general consensus that if you are not at the show, that you are not seeing the same show. And furthermore, according to Bob Ciccarillo, if you're not within the first, 7 or 8 rows of the stage, I think he said like within 20 feet, that you're getting a different show too. So even if you are there, you're not getting the same show. Well, consider this. Do coaches not prep athletes from the other side of a computer screen or a phone screen? Are pictures not sent to coaches, videos sent to coaches? Are athletes not pretty much completely, exclusively prepped from the other side of a computer screen? I mean, Milo spent the last, week with Samson leading up to the Arnold? It might have been a little bit less than a week, you know? It might have been 6 days, I don't know. But it definitely wasn't any more than that. So athletes can be prepped from the other side of a computer screen, but you can't give an opinion from the other side of a computer screen? It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like I said, Samson was in the UK for pretty much the entirety of his prep. Milos wasn't there with him, so he was prepped over a screen. So a world-class bodybuilder can be prepped online, but we cannot give an opinion of any value based on what we see online? Does that make sense to you guys? Now, furthermore to that, I'm not saying that YouTubers out there like myself are the #1 source for bodybuilding coverage out there, but what I am saying is that we do make a positive contribution to the sport overall. We promote these athletes with every video that we put out. I mean, the vast majority of us do put these guys in a positive light, but just think about it for a second. What if all of the bodybuilding YouTube channels just went away? Myself, Mark's Max Muscle, Fazzy Fitness, Goat Fitness, Bodybuilding and BS, Nick Strength and Power, Greg Doucette. I mean, look, Bodybuilding News Network, Sanch over there. The list goes on and on, you guys. And all of us are out there, like I said, promoting these athletes and promoting the sport. We create bodybuilding fan engagement, and the reason that we do that is because we just love the sport. We don't have the luxury, chances are, of being at every show and being in those first 7 or 8 rows. We all know that the first number of rows are reserved for the world-class coaches, athletes, sponsors, everything like that, right? So we don't even have the opportunity to see the same show. I mean, talking bodybuilding is the whole reason why I came on YouTube to begin with, I just want to talk bodybuilding. And you have Guy telling people like me that our opinion is not valid because we're non-competitors, non-judges, and not within that first number of rows of the show? No. I do not accept that. I do not accept that. Now, are there people out there in the comment sections of certain places that should be keeping their mouth shut? I mean, yeah, absolutely there is. But that's not everybody. Go to my videos, pick any of my videos, and go through the comment section. Even people that I disagree with, we still have an amount of respect for each other in that conversation. And that's what I try to promote. And that is exactly what I think the sport should be doing. Put your opinion out there, but man, talk with a little bit of respect, Like, it's just disrespectful. We just want good conversation surrounding bodybuilding. Shows are infrequent, they're all over the world, and for a lot of us, like, when it comes to talking bodybuilding, this is all we got, man. This is all we got. So if Guy Cisternino expects us to preface everything with, I'm not a competitor, I'm not a judge, and I wasn't there, then I think the Guy should be prefacing the things that he's saying with, this is for the trolls and the absolute, bottom feeders of bodybuilding comments out there, if that is indeed his intent. But from what he put out there, he's painting all of us with the same brush, and I don't appreciate it. So look, you can bet on the fact that I'm not going anywhere, and neither is my opinion. And the only other thing I can say is, nobody is going to tell me that my opinion is worth less than anybody else's. Period. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think that's enough of a rant for one day. Thank you for tuning into EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.